Hey everyone, welcome back. Sorry it's been a while. I'm back here with another episode for you guys. Well, not episode, it's a bonus content. I forgot what fucking number this thing is. But yeah, like I told you guys, my schedule is gonna be kind of all over the place for the next few months. Uh, for not long term, not permanently, but for a little bit of foreseeable future. You can see my beard. I'm kind of embarrassed about it because it's normally I try and shape it up, keep it decent, but I wear a mask all day, every day, so fuck it. Nobody's seeing my shit anyway, except for you guys. I looked at it, I was like, ugh. But anyway, um, yeah, so I just got bonus content for you guys. I'm a little bit pissed. I'm starting a little bit later. And this video that I really wanted to show you guys, well, maybe, okay, fuck. Well, it's pointless even talk about it, but it was a really good example of a night. I'm doing nightlife, by the way, but if you can just tell by the fucking thumbnail and all that in the description, of course. But yeah, it was this really interesting nightlife video. I wanted to break down for you guys, but for some reason, only that video YouTube wouldn't let me. Or the things I used to capture the video, it wouldn't let me capture it. So yeah, everything else was totally fine, but just that one fucking sucks. So that sucks. So I couldn't really prepare that for you guys, but I have a video I haven't actually watched for you guys tonight. I'm just gonna do that and then just take my ass to bed. I had acupuncture today, so I've been running myself ragged recently, and he was kind of like rest. So I'm starting earlier today. It's 11 o'clock, 11:10. I've been spent like a half an hour trying to find the video, or get that video, and I couldn't get it. And I was looking around, and finally I was like, oh fuck it, just deal with the one you got and do this, and then take your ass to bed. So I'm trying to get to bed a bit earlier so I can get more rest. The acupuncturist said, yeah, I kind of keep my brain going too much, and I should kind of chill out. Basically, like, chill the fuck out as much as you can. So that's what I'm trying to do. But before we get started, I want to let me pull this shit up. I got it. I was going back and forth email from a listener. Thank you for the email. I'm not going to say your name just because privacy. You only gave me your first name, but still, it's not just ain't trying to put your business all out there. You don't know who's listening. But we were going back and forth about working in Japan, and I said that I wanted to give a little bit of extra feedback. I could answer your message, your second message, more properly online than I could offline. And basically, what it was is about got my phone up here, getting my little sunset case. I don't know, cause I'm deep like that. But apparently, because of my sunset iPhone case. Okay, whatever. All right. But yeah, so pretty much, it was about, we were going back and forth about working and coming to Japan to teach when everything opens back up. And basically, your second reply was kind of about work hours. Your message was about work hours. Wondering, I'm not gonna put anything, but from what you researched was telling you that pretty much, a Kaiwa, the main schools, you are expected to work about 30 to 40 hours a week, right? Teaching, and a bit under 30 hours teaching a week, excluding office hours. Yeah, and a big company, Eon, says about 40 hours teaching, excluding teaching hours. And yes, this is done for a lot of like loophole-ish reasons, if you will. Basically, if the school keeps this is not like anything cynical, but it's just the way the industry works here. If the school keeps your hours under 40, they don't have a lot of like requirements and things like that they can get around a lot of services that they're required to offer. So technically your contract is for 40 hours, but because lesson time doesn't count, they take that away and it puts you just under 40 hours. Then you talk about ALT work, which is what, like, I think it says, Jet is most relaxed, about 35 total hours, and everyone leaves at 4 o'clock. Now, I don't really know so much about ALT. I can't really give you a concrete answer about that, but from from the tone of your email, it kind of sounded like you were comparing your work in America or your home country. I think it was America. Oh fuck it, yeah, America. For America to what teaching in Japan, and I would say throw that shit out the fucking window. It's completely fucking different. Like teaching English in Japan is completely different than anything that you would be doing education related in America. It's more edutainment is going to be what you're doing. And the easiest way, separating Eikaiwa and ALT into two separate categories is going to be an important thing. Now, don't get stuck on hours of work, if you will, because in Eikaiwa, like, for new people and for me as well, like, working, let's just call it 30 to 40 hours a week in Eikaiwa is a pretty tough slog for you, because you're doing, maybe depending on the school, let's just average 40 minutes 40 minutes per lesson, right? And then a 5 to 10 minute break, and then you're going right back at it. And it might sound like, all right, cool, I can do that like 8 times a day, but trust me, like, I consider myself a marathon runner. I knew teachers, they're winded by the time after a few months, because they exert so much energy, conducting their lessons. And the term lesson, don't associate a lesson with what you think it is in your home country. It's very, 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 very different. Maybe in the future I don't want to give away all my Eikaiwa secrets, my teacher secrets, on this public forum, but well, not really. It's not that many secrets, but because I actually love what I do. I enjoy teaching. So and I think that shows through my lessons. But when I first came to Japan, that wasn't the case. For the most part, like, and I'm not knocking anyone that's like that, but for the most part, like, let's be real, you're teaching because it's your meal ticket to come to Japan and live your life and enjoy whatever the fuck you want to do while you're here. That's it, and that's totally fine for most people. But and I understand that. I'm very much aware of that. Heat tech is trying to show some skin, but I just want you. So that being said, the grind of teaching Eikaiwa English can very much get to you. Teaching 30 hours, you might want to blow your fucking brains out after a couple months, unless you're well suited towards it. Some people are actually like that. Some people can adjust to it. Some people can't, and to varying degrees. But it's, for me, I associate Eikaiwa English with very much a blue collar job. It's a factory job. That's how I think. I was explaining this to my wife. And that's, if you're going to any big company, like Eon, like ECC. I'm just not calling them out by name, but just like any of the bigger companies or whatever. That's the mentality I would recommend that you go into it with, that you're working at the plant like you're fucking Homer Simpson, clocking in, clocking out, like the whistle blows, you got to be on time, you're pumping out units of lessons, if you will, and it can be very monotonous work. I choose, like, my philosophy in teaching is I turn vanilla ice cream into 31 flavors. That's where I get my kicks out of, like, where, I'm given standard kind of materials, if you will, and my job is to customize that to every student's needs. And that's where I get my rocks off, to be honest with you. That's what's entertainment for me. The game of kind of, manipulating the source material that I'm with into something that is actually tailor-made to kind of what the student likes and needs. Not only likes, but needs, is kind of what I like to do, and how I pass my time, and how I change the monotony of teaching for my personal, entertainment, for my personal enjoyment, if you will. And that joy, I think, shines through, which makes me one of the best English teachers in Japan, if I might say. Unofficially, put me top 50. I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Top 25 in the game. Your boy, holla at me. Nah, but yeah, but that's kind of how I would say, to think about it. That's on the Eikaiwa side. So, don't, basically, just to sum it up, don't just think in terms of numbers, is kind of what I'm saying, because it's not really like that. and also look deeper into your contract. Your guaranteed salary is going to be an important thing. Like in the past, we're reading your message, and I was kind of thinking about it because you're kind of really thinking about hours and things like that. But like the game has kind of changed here. Like in the past, it was like you were set up, okay, with the major schools when the English study business here was booming in the early 2000s. So you were kind of set up pretty much just like, okay, this is what you need to do. These are your hours, and this is your pretty comfortable salary from day one. Now, like I said, the industry's kind of changed quite a bit. So with Eikaiwa, basically, from out the gate, you're gonna wanna be given a guaranteed salary that's enough for you to get by on. If you want to talk more about that, go ahead, message me. Now if we go to ALT, it's not really my specialty because I'd say one of the only things I haven't done, in Japan. But my impression is it's not the hours that you're working; it's the hours that you're not working that's going to be the high hurdle for you, because you have a lot more downtime in in ALT than you do in like a standard Eikaiwa school. Meaning, I've heard stories where like you're spending like 3, 4, 5 hours just sitting at a desk, ignored by your fucking quote unquote colleagues. Because I've talked to Japanese teachers like this, they don't consider you a colleague. You might think, hey, you're a teacher, I'm a teacher, we're all teaching together in the same school, but nah, you're not like that. And you get the very, very much the guest treatment because in without saying it in a negative way, you're disposable. And that's just the game here, right? And if you understand that, like, not being cynical about it, if you can understand that without being cynical about it, it makes your life in Japan a lot easier, because you can kind of accept the role that you have in Japanese society at the moment, enjoy it for what it is, and if you have the desire to kind of change that role, you can start taking the necessary steps to do that without becoming bitter, which I do see some people become, as far as like, wow, Japanese people, they get into that. I fell into that trap at a certain point in my life as well. But you will be sitting at a desk being ignored by the other teachers in the room because they're fucking busy. They got they got a lot of more responsibilities that you don't have, because you're just the ALT. You're not a teacher. You're just the ALT. If you think about it like that, and they'll call you when they need you. Otherwise, sit your ass down and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Don't bother anybody. And that's what it is. I mean, it's fine. It's like, oh, this is a sweet job. I can just chill the fuck out for 3-4 hours a day and not do anything. Do that shit for 6 months at a time, and for 6 months, and you'll start wanting to pull your hair out, realizing that you can study enough Japanese. I've never done it, but I've heard people, you're either studying Japanese, playing Nintendo Switch, watching Netflix, or reading a fucking book, but that shit kind of wandering around the school. You try to connect with the students. That shit gets real old real quick. Is from if you're not into it. Again, I'm not trying to knock it, to discourage you from doing ALT, because I talk to some people that really enjoy it and then take it for what it is, and they really, love it. But I know some people, like, after some time, it kind of can wear on you. That's kind of so don't think of like hours in terms of numbers. Think about it as far as workload. Basically, to summarize it, I've been rambling on. In a traditional Eikaiwa, especially for a larger school, at this point, I would be focused on getting as many guaranteed hours as you can, a guaranteed salary, a guaranteed contract, and making sure you're working enough hours to sufficiently, take care of your needs out the break. That's what it is, because learning the ropes. A guaranteed salary is going to be the most important thing, as of this moment. I would imagine when Japan opens up, like, again, there'll be more of a demand for teachers, so because more foreign tourists and people will be coming in, people will be traveling more, so the need for English will spike up, is kind of what I'm imagining. So there'll be kind of like this rush for teachers, so that will probably be to your advantage, but just be prepared for the grind. Like I said, you're working at the power plant, you're working at the factory. If you keep that mentality in and don't mind working 40 hours at the power plant, like teaching, and take the term teaching, like, it sounds kind of fucked up to say this, but because you haven't done it in Japan, take the word lesson and teaching and throw it out of your vocabulary, because your concept of it is completely different than what you'll be doing here. If you do those two things and just come here with a blank slate and, think, okay, I'm willing to grind it out either at a Kiowa language school, or I'm willing to wait it out in a public school as an ALT. That's probably a better description of kind of the choice that you're facing. So again, I hope it helped, and let me know via email, questionsforakil@gmail.com if you or anyone else has any other questions. Now let's get to some bullshit so I can get my ass to bed. Okay, so what I got for you guys is this dude. I don't even know this guy's name. Who the fuck is this guy? Fuck, I don't even got it. It's this dude. Whatever. It's gonna be in the description somewhere, I think, hopefully. Hopefully I saved this shit. I think I saved this shit. Yeah, but I saw one of his videos before. But whatever. He's doing Osaka. He's doing nightlife in Osaka before the whole situation happened. And I haven't seen this. And I've been to Osaka with Will, a long time ago. So I don't know what it's good, but I'm just gonna watch it, give you a quick opinion about some of the places that he reviews, if it's my kind of place, what I think about it. I really regret not being able to get that other video for you guys. It's just gone in the wind. I'm not even gonna post it because it's all in Japanese, and then I wanted to give some really tight analysis on it, but it is what it is. So okay, whatever. Let's just get into this shit so I can get back to sleep. Here we go.
I spent quite some time in Osaka, so I got you fully covered.
Welcome to Osaka. Tonight, I'm going to show you the nightlife scene in the third biggest city of Japan.
Okay, so if you don't know anything about Osaka, generally speaking, let me make this screen a little bigger. Generally speaking, Osakans are a lot friendlier than people in Tokyo. Pretty much, if you imagine, Tokyo is more like East Coast New York kind of place. People are a little bit more colder, a little bit jaded. Osaka is more like California vibes from my impression of it. People are a lot more easygoing. No, down south. Sorry. More southern hospitality would be more Osaka, right? So people are a bit more lighthearted, willing to walk up to you, start talking to you. In the past, again, I haven't been to Osaka in about over 10 years probably. Me and Will went. It was considered to be like the Nampa, the pickup place, because it's so easy to start talking to girls and stuff like that. Of course, we didn't really do any of that. We were just hanging out, drinking, eating, and fucking clubbing and shit like that. But it was definitely a lot easier to spark conversation. Of course, we're going to talk to people. He's single. And, I was married at the time, but, I'm a great wingman. So, just talking, shooting the shit and whatever, just meeting people and just hanging out. It was definitely a great time for that, and I could feel a lot more ease in meeting new people, especially women. I'm not gonna lie, there than it is here. Okay, so let's see what he.
Osaka has two major nightlife districts where you will find the best bars and nightclubs in town: Umeda and Shinsaibashi.
Yep. I remember we went to Umeda, and I think we went to Shinsaibashi. These areas are kind of smaller than Tokyo areas in Tokyo. I'm going to reduce this a little bit, but let's see.
In this video, we're going to check out a few fun bars, grab some epic Osaka street food, and party hard at the hottest nightclubs in town. Let's start off this nightlife adventure in the Umeda district at Captain Kangaroo. Captain Kangaroo is...
Okay, see... These are not my type of places at all. First off, this is my type of shit. A bar that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 people and a dartboard. That's not my style. So I'm not a dive bar kind of guy. First off, so again, I haven't watched this beforehand. So yeah,
it's a great laid-back sports bar with cheap drinks.
I'm not a sports bar kind of guy. I am hanging out with my boys, but if I'm trying to go out, I ain't trying to go to a fucking sports bar on a Saturday night.
And fun games like
maybe at 9, 10 o'clock, maybe, yeah. But
darts. They do offer a great happy hours menu, which is great to kickstart your night.
Okay.
Interesting spot, but you have to come here during happy hour for some cheap eats and cheap drinks.
Next, Umeda East Street. East Street is bustling with restaurants and bars.
I don't remember any of this shit. I think maybe I do, but maybe I was drunk going there at 2 o'clock in the morning.
This street eventually leads to the unique bar, Median. This spooky bar is...
What the fuck is this guy taking everybody? What the fuck? Of course, I did not go here.
Decked out with rock, metal, and dark themes.
Bar Median, the heavy metal bar of Osaka. I'm here with Foki-sama. And it's good rock music. Beautiful bar. Tons of selection of drinks.
If you like metal music, then this bar is your spot.
Man, 5,000 yen, like $55 for some fucking Slayer wine, whatever the fuck that was. I'm not even going back to check it.
It's now time to cleanse my soul.
Sorry. For me, fuck this bar. I ain't dealing with that shit.
At this Christian bar.
This is Bar. Great for evening snacks and drinks. They have a massive menu with affordable dishes.
Prices are pretty good here. You know, for such a beautiful restaurant, this is not a bad deal. And
That looks like a date spot. Like, you know, if I would say, like, if it's a chick that you met at a club, either you picked up at a place and you want to go somewhere later, or the second night out or something like that. I mean, you know, before hanging out and partying with a group of people, like you're introducing a chick to your group of friends. Like that looks like a place.
this place is open until 5 a.m. 5 a.m., can you believe that?
The main takeaway at
I'm sure all the locals.
Bar is their incredible decor, resembling a church with elements of a synagogue.
Got a bunch of food here. We got a ham salad and some pizza. And of course, we're in Japan, so you're gonna do the highboru whiskey.
But beware,
I don't know about that. I mean, like, some people love highballs. I don't really love highballs.
the bar is handled by this suspicious individual. The most popular nightclub in the Umeda district is Ao Osaka. Men pay.
Okay, like, again, like the club scene has very much changed in Japan since I've been here. Like, in the past, I would say it was a lot more down to earth kind of club scenes here, but I've noticed in the past 10 years since I've kind of exited the scene, it's kind of gone in the upmarket bottles kind of service type, you know, this type of shit. Yeah, in the past, like, any play, you know, dancing girls and all that kind of shit, like, I mean, for business reasons, it makes sense, but for me personally, I'm not really into that type of experience unless, like, I'm at, like, a table with, you know, somebody who's willing to pay for that shit. I'm not willing to pay for that shit right now in my life. You know, I remember one time, like, one of the last times I went out, me and, like, a large group of people, and I forgot, it was like friends of friends, and they were like, dude, let's get a table, let's get some bottles, and they were, and like, I remember, like, it was one of the larger clubs that closed down, and I remember, like, they were in the VIP area, and I was, like, purposely, like, first off, I'm not pitching in for that shit. Second of all, like, I don't even need none of that shit. Like, they were like, yo, you pitching? I'm like, I ain't pitching. So, you know, because I'm the type of, if I'm not pitching in for that, like, I'm not going to be sitting there trying to, like, soak up all that. So I just let them go. You know, I could see them up in their booth, and they had their stuff, and they do, okay, cool. Like, y'all do that. I'm going to be down here by the bar, and I'm just going to order my drinks and chill out and do my thing. You know, I'm not the type of person. I'm just not going to be a hanger on, you know, just because, like, y'all got some, I mean, not knocking it, but I'm just, if I'm not pitching in for it, like, I'm not going to be, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know, I'm just not at the point in my life where, I mean, maybe in the future, you know, if I once or twice when I decide to go out and I'm in that space.
2,500 yen, $23, while women pay 1,000 yen, which is $9 and includes a drink ticket. Ao is a true
See, for a single guy, me purpose, like, a place like this also, like, if I were a single guy, a place like this, as a black guy, might be a little bit tough going.
Japanese nightclub, since you won't find any foreigners.
And even
So being able to speak a little bit of Japanese here is highly recommended.
definitely, yeah.
Ao does tend to get extremely busy, especially at the bar.
And just generally speaking, like, as a black dude, I mean, it's Osaka, so I don't know, but just this wouldn't be my first choice of a place to go. Just the music, the atmosphere, the setup, everything. Like, I would find it kind of tough to find a partner in this type of place.
Now, if you don't want to wait in line at the bar, I do have a drink vending machine.
Hopefully the audio is not too loud. Hopefully my voice isn't too loud. I turned this over. Hopefully it's alright.
Next up, Dotonbori, located next to the Shinsaibashi district, the most touristy district in all of Osaka, loaded with incredible street food,
Osaka
restaurants,
has great
and boat
street
cruises.
food.
Walking around Dotonbori is a great pastime before
Sorry,
you go
I turned the
out,
audio down,
especially
sorry,
if
you
you
guys,
like
like,
people
I'm
watching
learning
and
this shit as I
discovering
go.
secret
Sorry.
alleyways.
So the most famous object here in Osaka is the Grikoman, right here at the Dotonbori Bridge. There's tons of tourists here and it's the main tourist attraction in Osaka. It's a true...
Yeah, you'll see this scene a lot on TV. You've probably seen it on TV, movies, and things like that as well. Yeah, it's just a bridge in the river. Like Osaka, the scale of Osaka, I mean, it's a great city. I had a great time there. The scale of the city is a lot smaller than Tokyo. So the scale of clubs, the scale of bars, the scale of like nightlife districts is a lot, because I spent so much time in Tokyo. I was like, oh shit, it's a lot smaller here. And that's something that is kind of striking. But then again, going from other cities to Tokyo is you get the opposite effect. So just be aware
symbol
of
and
that.
iconic place in the downtown heart of the city.
My first tip for drinks here is the Moonwalk Bar, a famous bar where all drinks go for 200 yen and all food items for 300 yen, $3. But this place does have a cover charge of 400 yen, $4.
200 yen drinks,
This
300 yen
place-
food. That's amazing. It's kind of hidden. Most people won't find this, but it has a very cozy patio.
No, people know about that place. If it's that place, like, it means most touristy people don't know about that place, but probably the locals or like, fucking. I don't
Across
know.
the street from the Moonwalk Bar is
But then again, I mean, he's a pretty popular YouTuber, so he probably got
Rooftop Bar.
referral fee for this shit.
No, rooftop bar, ooh.
Ooh, rooftop bar, ooh!
Rooftop Bar O is a fantastic hidden rooftop in the heart of Osaka.
But I mean, then that is kind of like she probably just showing him around. But that's one of the things about Japan in general. You do kind of get like put onto these kind of cool, chill spots. So I can't really judge. Again, I haven't been to Osaka in over 10 years, so these places like this do exist. It might not be this place in particular, but someone might just show you like, oh, yo, let's go here, and then you might be like, wow, this is pretty fucking chill. And yeah, you end up like, like this cute, friendly girl, and like shit like that really
A
does
very
happen.
cozy bar where you can meet many
even though she
locals
might
and
not want
enjoy
to
a few
date you,
drinks.
but she just might want to hang out. So, and yeah, like shit like this,
Including
does
shishas
happen.
and great music. Giraffe, considered the most popular nightclub in all of Osaka.
These like EDM kind of places aren't really my vibe.
Giraffe has 3 floors, epic beats, and a young crowd. The party here is pumping, but does have a downside because Giraffe closes early, usually around 2 a.m.
Don't try and talk to these girls. If you go see girls doing shit like this, don't try and talk to them in a nightclub at all. No, they don't know.
But I will tell you where you'll find the best after party in Osaka later in this video.
Aren't lockers like the best thing about Japanese nightclubs? Hell yeah. Just have lockers everywhere.
Yeah, coin lockers are good. Keep 100 yen in your pocket because you just don't have to worry about your shit. Like, you don't have to carry all your shit. So, like, your jacket, your coat, big enough to put your jacket, your coat, your bag, like, whatever the fuck you want to put in there, you can just put it in the coin locker. You don't have to worry about it. Like, pretty much you can just go in with just your wallet, your phone, and then, but you need 100 yen deposit to do it. So, always keep at least 100 yen when you're going out. Okay, I'm getting tired of shit. I'm going to skip forward. Okay, he's going to the karaoke place. I'm skipping forward. Okay, fuck these karaoke.
Alright,
shit.
now it's time for the most famous nightlife district in all of Osaka, Shinsaibashi. In Shinsaibashi, you will find by far the best bars and nightclubs. Now, if you do not speak a single word of Japanese and you're new to Osaka, then I highly recommend you join the Osaka Pop Crawl.
See, that's what the previous video was about, one of these fucking pub crawl things. Like, I do not recommend you join a pub crawl because you're just gonna be around like a bunch of. I mean, if you're like on vacation, I mean, because that's all it is, just a bunch of tourists, who are just like. I mean, look. In the other video, it was like tourists, basically tourists and And they followed around a tourist dude. Okay, I'll talk about it. They followed around the tourist dude, and he went on one of these fucking pub crawls in Roppongi. And there was like, he wanted to holler at some girls, and like he talked to like two different types of girls. The first one, on the surface, it looked like he was getting somewhere, and they're like, he looks kind of old, and and me being here for a while, like the main one that he was interested in, I was just looking at her from the beginning. I was like, nah, just her personality. She's kind of like the person like, I understand foreign guys, and no, he's too old for me, and but she can speak English, so of course she goes to that type of event because there's a lot of foreign guys who can speak English there. And the second one he talked to, like from the beginning, she looks cute, and they were dressed up, and they joined the pub crawl, and he was talking. I think he was getting somewhere. I was like, nah, and she said exactly what I knew she was gonna say. Because they were talking for a while and hanging out, and then later they were like, so what's up with him? And she was like, oh no, I just came here. Her and her friend like, oh, we just came here to practice our English, because we're practicing English. And I was just like, I fucking knew it, so it on the surface, like I said, I wanted to show it, but again, sorry, YouTube wouldn't let me fucking do the shit. But on the surface, it looked like this guy was really getting somewhere with these girls, but any experienced person in Japan would be like, nah, buddy, you might as well just walk away right now. I might. The second girl, she seemed fine. She was, just a normal girl. But okay, fine, fuck it. I will. Do I still have that? I think I still do. Let me make myself a note. Even though the whole thing's in Japanese, Japan to. I think I still have the link. I'll look for it. But I'll just put the link in there. Yeah, I still have the link. So let me just copy it now. Sorry, this is all live, y'all. Let me just put this. I'll just put the link there. It's all in Japanese, so you might not understand what the people are saying, but you will be able to see him talking to like the two different sets of women. And again, sorry, it wouldn't let me rip it, so I couldn't really. That's why I'm choosing this shit. But because it got me, But yeah. Don't fucking go to a pub crawl, man. Like, unless you're just interested in doing some touristy shit. Like, if you're moving here, don't fucking go to a pub crawl because you're just gonna be hanging out with tourists and like girls who just like want to hang out with tourists because they want to study their English or practice their English. So, or they're crazy and they've just dated a shitload of foreign people straight off the boat. And anyway you slice it, you don't want to deal with that shit. So okay, let's keep going with this so I can go the fuck to bed. A few more minutes. I'm not gonna do the whole part. Probably not gonna do the whole thing. Oh, sorry. What happened? What happened? Oh, yeah, okay.
Which makes it incredibly easy to make new friends, enjoy a large array of free shots, and learn everything there is to know about the coolest hotspots in Osaka.
Okay. Okay. This must be done
Join
around
a
Halloween,
jam-packed
clearly.
Osaka Pop Crawl night for just $24, which includes 3 bars and 1 epic nightclub twice a week. Special tip, visit Reformatt.com to get an exclusive 20% discount on tickets. The Osaka Pop Crawl usually starts at the Blarney Stone for a few warm-up shots.
Run, T-Rex, run!
And don't be the doofus with the big ass costume, man. Like,
then the party moves on to bars Domus in the Amerikamura district. As you can tell, I recorded this hilarious footage during Halloween. Halloween is the best time of the year to visit Osaka.
But, yeah, look.
Don't hit me!
After Domus is Life.
Life is music, music is life.
A hidden dive bar in one of the back alleys of Osaka, where the Osaka Pop Crawl bursts into dance-off battles.
Okay,
including football tables and
I'm
darts.
gonna fast forward. Hopefully, if he's just
a new and high-end club with some of the most gorgeous girls in all of Osaka. Next, The Pink.
It's so pink.
As the name suggests, this nightclub has a completely pink atmosphere.
Dude, I'm about to turn this shit off. Sorry, y'all.
Also, alcohol vending machines are common at nightclubs in Osaka. My favorite nightclub in Osaka is Adam.
I think I might have been to Adam. I think I might have been here. And had a pretty good time.
Adam is considered by many locals to be the best after party in town.
I think I went here. And had a good
Adam
time.
has a young crowd, some serious fish for sushi,
What? You got fish at a nightclub? Only in Japan. It's like 5 a.m.
but also the crocodile dentist game.
That crocodile dentist game is. I've seen it used as a party favor. I'm not a fan of it. Anyone who whips it out, I mean, I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Okay. I wouldn't recommend being the one who's just always using that. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna do your thing.
And of course, a large dance floor with epic beats.
But yeah, I say this
The
type of
entrance fee
nightclub,
for
this
Adam
type of
is
vibe is
2,500
kind of
yen, $24 but
a
the
bit
party continues
glamorous,
until
more
7
glammy,
a.m.
but not too glammy, you know. And it seems the girls here seem
If
like
you
they
like
just want to have
hip-hop,
fun and want
rap,
to party,
and
so
R&B,
you can probably
then check
meet
out
people.
Club Burke, which is most popular on Thursdays and also closes
looks like
at
another
7
place.
a.m. Now, if you still have
Again, playing a little Lil Jon. I smell some chicks that's willing to get down.
some energy left, check out Bar Heaven. This is for many the final stop. Bar Heaven stays open until 1 p.m., so you can go straight to lunch after.
I smell. I smell a good time. If you like me, if you the type of person like me, I think I smell a good time in this place. A little bit grimy, but you know.
Now, if nightclubs aren't your thing, check out Space Station in the Amerikamura district.
Alright guys, this is the PC and retro bar. Massive assortment of everything retro and awesome old school games.
Like this is
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, you name it, they have it.
This incredible bar offers a wide variety of classic video
I mean,
games,
it's like a
but
date
also
spot with like a
Dreamcast and classic
chill
Nintendo.
chick.
This place is decked out with old arcade
who's into that
motherboards
type of shit,
Damn, look at
maybe.
that board. Just for Frogger.
But
and many cherished memories for
okay, whatever. Let me fast forward through this shit. Okay, yes. It's got video games. Okay. No, fuck this place. I can just look for fuck this place. And then he's talking about street food. I'll just stop it right there. Okay. But yeah, I mean, pretty much Osaka looks, I mean, some of the places that he went, like the rooftop place looked kind of really chill, looked like a really chill vibe for me. The two nightclub places, 2 or 3 nightclub places towards the end looked like places that I would probably hit, like if I were single back in the day. Again, not too flighty-ish, not too like, you know, EDM flashing lights and fucking confetti. Like that's just not my thing. But also not like pub crawl shit. And anywhere you go, again, that's probably the best advice. But you know, Osaka, from what I've heard, is Jeff. He goes there a lot for some other things he has to do, but. I haven't been for a long time. You know, I'm looking forward to being able to go there sometime in the future. You know, hang out with him there, you know, ideally after everything finishes, hopefully next year sometime. That would be really cool. Just do a weekend there, just hang out and do some real fun shit would be cool. But yeah, besides that, that's kind of my take on that video. Again, my apologies for not being able to take it where I wanted to take it. This has kind of been a lot longer than I thought it would be. Again, email, this shit, everything. Again, sorry for my schedule and everything, but you know, I'm still thinking about you guys. I was a little bit upset that I wasn't able to record the other night, but I just wanted to get something out for you guys, and hopefully in the near future, whenever possible, I'll be recording. So again, just bear with me. I'm not going away, but you know. So all right, y'all, holla at you next time. I'm going to fuck to sleep. Peace.